we are playing Diplomacy is Not an Option, which is a real-time strategy game where it's just we're trying to accomplish some objectives, protect our little castle. So we're going to go with challenge accepted. And yeah, we'll hop right into it. Okay. So the citizens don't want to pay their taxes. Quite simply, we need to put that down. Let's see. Having extra builders is always very helpful. As well as having more people is helpful. Let's see. We need... Okay, well, we need to get rid of that, first of all. So let's see. We need lumber. And we're going to keep the lumber and the stone relatively close to each other. So we'll put our quarries there. Alright, so we're going to explore around a tiny bit while we have the people that they start us with.
Our troops are under attack.
Yep, I sent them out, that's fine. We're going to research some extra speed for our workers so that they can get places a little bit faster, because that's always helpful.
Our troops are under
And
attack.
let's see, we have one extra person that we haven't used yet. So let's get them going for some berries over there. And then that's a large range. We're gonna stick you to just these 3 for now. So it's not too far. Okay. That is a beginnings of an understanding of what's around us. I think that will help a lot, actually. And let's get one more right here. Doing that will really know. I'm gonna put it on double speed because there are a lot of things to happen. Like now we're just waiting for more population.
Our units are in combat.
Now what we should do is it would be nice to have more than just the one wood. Just like it would be nice to have more than just one stone. And we're not making enough food now is the issue. But there's a quick solution for that. More berries. So we're getting 2 people next turn. So we need more than that. And we need more wood. So it's a lot of, we're just waiting for the things we need. Which we can get a chunk of them on the ground on these wagons. So there are wagons of material placed around the map, which are helpful, especially early on when you're first getting settled. No, why are you guys going that way? Come over here first. Okay. So it's very helpful for when you're initially getting settled in. Let's put a granary over here. Reduce that walking size a tiny bit. And then we'll make builders walk a bit faster. Once we get 80 wood, we're going to build up so we can get a larger army. Which we now have.
Our troops are under attack.
Yes. Eagle-eyed scouts. Lots of attackers, yes. So if there are lots of attackers, we want lots of people to fight for us. Also, there are these soul crystals which we can use to help cast spells and help us defend ourselves. So the one that we start with is summoning knights to help fight for us. But what we can also get are things to heal a bunch of units, a giant meteor, a giant beam that does a lot of damage. So there are multiple ways that it is there to help fight for us. But the easiest one is, or the one that's immediately available to us, is the spawning in of units. We'll block that off just to help make it a little bit more protected there, and then get a bunch more, specifically get a bunch more archers. Archers are quite helpful. We could level up if we wanted to, or increase our town center level.
Enemy forces
which we need to defend against a bunch of different attacks to help make sure that we, well, don't die. And it seems like they're coming up around. We should be fine for that. It's a relatively small attack to start. And then once that's sorted. Yeah. So once the night happens,
Research complete.
I'm going to want to increase the amount of berry pickers that we have. But that'll take half a second for them to actually complete that. Yeah. Because we currently don't have any spare units.
Research complete.
But we can still go around, because part of what we need to do is there are 4 waves that are going to be incoming that we have to survive against, but also anyone who's left alive before that last wave, or for that last wave rather, like anyone on the map who is still alive will attack at that same time, which is very difficult to deal with then. So say if we didn't kill this camp right here, these 2 people would have joined in the attack. So it's not too bad when it's that small camp, but if it's, first of all, around the whole map, and second, if it's, say, a large group like this that attacks, that makes it a lot more difficult. Let's see. We want to get that. While we have people, let's get some berry pickers for over here. That's a bit of a long journey back for them as well, so we'll put a granary nearby. We already have these. If we upgrade the stone mines, then the amount of stone that we get, instead of 197 in this one and 174, it'll be double that. So 350 and 400 respectively, which is very nice. And not exactly the same for the lumber mills, but similar, where they just get more wood per tree, which is very nice. And then we have 12 people, so let's see. We don't have a grave digger. I mean, we don't want people getting sick, but we'll tuck them in the corner because we don't really care too much about it. And then, let's see. I could get iron to help with further defenses. Watchtowers, we already have a decent amount of view. City fountain is nice because it makes it so that we get an extra unit per house. But the thing that's really nice is the tavern, which makes all of the houses require 1 less food, which is very nice. and we'll level up all of those. No, we want this wood real quick. And we want to make sure that the berry pickers are staying relatively close, because otherwise, I think they go to the nearest ones first, but if that runs out, they might try and get to one that is still near a bandit camp, and then we have to deal with all of that, which is a pain to have to do. We'll level that up as well. And then we'll try and get some second tier people, but we don't have an iron mine. So actually I don't think we'll be able to. We can get an iron mine over here though. We could relatively easily take out these two as well, just so that our our lumber mills won't have to worry about it. They'll be able to get there without fear of any of them being picked off by someone by walking too close. So that's not a concern anymore.
Enemy forces are approaching.
We'll get some of those.
Here.
And for this, what it does is it just spawns in a group of little soldiers like that. So it's relatively helpful, actually. It's quite nice. Definitely not the strongest by far, because, you know, you start with it, but considering it only costs 2, it's a pretty easy way to get a quick bunch of units if you don't think you have enough to deal with whatever's happening. So it's pretty nice. It's a nice thing to have. And we're just going to keep exploring around the map to make sure that we can get rid of any of the camps that are around. But for a first level, like immediately after the tutorial, it's quite nice because it's a relatively small area. It is a good way just to make sure that you have sort of a grasp of what's actually happening for the gameplay loop. Oh, there's a thing over here that we need to get. And if you're not someone who typically plays real-time strategy games, like I typically don't, I like the graphics. It's very cute. It's one of the things that draws me into this game. It reminds me of a different game that I played, which was not a real-time strategy. Oh, what was it called? Kingdoms and Castles, I think, which is a city builder type game. So very different, but similar looking graphic style, which is nice. See, there are a lot of people here, so we'll just spawn in some units to help. Just to make sure that we don't lose too many, because it's not too big of a concern for this first map.
Our units are in combat.
And just to make sure that we have enough food,
Our troops are under attack.
we're also going to get these fisher huts. Because the fisher huts get a lot of food, however they run out relatively quickly, all things considered. Compared to, like, berries will replenish. You can get farms which will also replenish, or not replenish, they just never run out, but they don't give a lot in the first place.
Ready.
And then when it comes to the fish,
Ready.
they have a lot of food in there. Like this one is 208, and then there's like 5 of them there, so that's 1,000 food there.
Ready.
It makes it so it's not really a concern anymore, but it's still bad that it's there to help you get through a difficult time, not to be something to be purely relied on. So let's see, we want to put our war machine on top of this. Yeah, so we cleared out everything from the map. So now it's just defending is all we have to do. We'll make sure they all get inside. And we will continue to get crossbowmen. As well as we have... What do we have? We have the axe. So we will get the axeman upgrade.
Yeah.
And now it's just sort of slowly leveling things up until we actually get close enough to be able to have to worry about the attack that is incoming. So if you select the unit and just select this after the fact, then it will go onto it. Which is what we were caring about. So which side are they going? A bit, mostly this side. Okay. Oh, almost exclusively that side.
They are attacking the walls. What?
Cavalry are running around. They're going to get them a bit from that side. Because there's not too many of them. Yeah, so very well done. Very easily done.
They are attacking again.
Perfect. The biggest concern would be if they attack over on this side for the final one. So real quickly, we will upgrade that. This is, we could close that off if we need to, but it's not really my biggest concern for right now. And we have plenty of food because of the fish. So that's not too big of a concern either. So just getting people is more difficult than anything else right now. Yeah, we'll get that. Yeah, because all of these cost one person. You start to get things that cost more than one person if you go for the... What is it called? The Engineers Guild. Because that's where you can get more of those like catapults and siege engines and everything. Also, we will build the small obelisks. These obelisks are what lets you get these extra spells. So say if we build the small one, we're going to get... Or the simple obelisk, we'll get the Astral Ray, which is a... very nice, very powerful spell, all things considered. Where just, if it's like an enemy like this, and I use it, or these are mine, but say if it's an enemy and I use it, it'll just kill them, just effectively by dragging the mouse over it, because they don't have too much health. So it's a very nice way to go about doing it. And they are attacking from down here, because that is what I said would be the worst direction. And that's always what ends up happening. Well, let's build what we can for now. Get back some of our... Oh, did you run out of stone? I did, which means the other one will probably be running out soon as well. So let's build up some extra storage and some extra places for them. We can also have them vacate the place, so like once you put them there, they're not stuck, is the good thing. And we'll just build a bunch more catapults. It'll get us through just fine. I need wood to get wood, yes. And I was low on wood, which makes it difficult. Two minutes.
Reporting.
So yeah, I mean, it's not really too
Reporting.
concerning. Oh, they do come from two directions for this. Right. Well, in which case we'll
Reporting.
take all of these guys, put them
Moving
over
out.
here. Grab these ones and put
Understood.
them over here as well. Uh-huh.
Reporting.
But for the most
Reporting.
part, we'll put our people on this side. We'll just have a small
sir.
grouping over here to help, but I'll mostly just use spells to
Reporting.
deal with this side. And yeah, I mean, we'll make them 3 minutes. There's 30
Yeah.
seconds till it happens, so it's pointless.
Yeah.
We'll quickly try and build
Reporting.
that just to help
The enemy are preparing their
prevent
final
them from
assault.
coming over in that side. How big of a clump is it?
Reporting.
Right, so the astral ray, you just drag your cursor over and it just demolishes them. Which we can probably just do the same over
Reporting.
here, actually.
Our fortifications are under attack.
And then that's basically everything.
Reporting.
Oh, they're being extremely successful though, smacking our wall instead of them.
Reporting.
So one thing that we can help to do that is to manually choose where they should attack and
Reporting.
pick sort of right behind it. Or even just barely there, because it takes an actual arc pattern. So, yeah. But yeah, the first level is relatively straightforward, gets you into the flow of it. By no means am I perfect at it. Otherwise I would be doing a higher difficulty. But yeah, that's that. It's a very enjoyable game, I think, so far. And I'll end up putting more videos on it because I just have a good time playing it. Even if I suck. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed.